Good morning, sixth graders. If you're watching this video, it means that your essay on Friday had some really good stuff to say, but there's going to be some information in this video that helps you get a better final draft where you can put that information in a more organized way. So remember, the question was to describe the similarities in the differences and how Billy Joe and her father respond to the conflicts in spring 1934. So I know that when I see the word conflicts, I'm thinking about a problem. And the problem that happens in spring 1934 is that the mother dies. She gets burned, and then also the brother dies too. So, what you're actually writing about is not just what happened, but we're going to be analyzing how Billy Joe and her father respond. Once the mom dies, once this conflict happens, what do they do in response? So, put an extra big star or highlight next to Billy Joe and her father respond, because that's the biggest thing we should be focusing on. So you are going to be needing at least 4 paragraphs. Let's take a look at the first one. It's going to be an intro paragraph. So this paragraph should basically say, what will your essay be about? And then make sure you include the author in there. So I know that author is Karen Hesse. And then the title of the book that we're writing about. And the title is obviously Out of the Dust, and that should be underlined. So go ahead, make sure that you indent it, but at the top, write an intro paragraph that does these things. Unpause when you are done. Okay, good. So now we're going to write a paragraph just about how Billy Joe responds to this conflict or problem. So you can use this sentence starter. Billy Joe responds to the conflicts in the spring 1934 by, so make sure that this is your next paragraph. And then here's what this paragraph needs to do. Look back at the reading from last week and write about how Billy Joe responds to this conflict. So you want to be taking a look at her specific actions. What did she do once her mom dies? That's what I want you to write about. Then take it even further. Make inferences about her character based off of these actions. So don't only tell me what she did, but actually tell me when she responded, what does this reveal about her? Is she fearful, happy? Is she struggling to cope? Is she brave? Is she sad? Talk about her actions. So now go ahead, write your second body paragraph. Make sure that you obviously use evidence from the text in quotation marks. Unpause when you are done with your second paragraph. You can start it with this sentence. Good, welcome back. So now you're going to go ahead and do the same thing for paragraph 3. But remember, we're not only talking about Billy Joe, we have to talk about how her father responds. So that is what your third paragraph will be about. Go ahead and indent your third paragraph, then write, Billy Joe's father responds to the conflicts in spring 1934 by, and then do the same thing as the last paragraph, but we're going to be talking about the dad. What does he do in response? Unpause when you're done with that third indented paragraph. Okay, so now is the part where you can really make sure you address the fact that we're trying to find similarities and differences. So we talked about how they both respond. Now go ahead and look at what you put in these last 2 paragraphs and think, is there anything similar about how they respond? Is there anything different about how they respond to the conflict? So in this paragraph, you're going to really look at what you wrote so far and draw conclusions based off of that. Find something similar, find something different. If you think there's nothing similar, you can write that too and just sort of outline how different they are. Because when we look at how people respond to problems, we can learn about them as people. And that's what this essay should reveal, is some of those similarities and some of those differences. So once you are done, make sure you proofread, and then take out your independent reading book.